Top 10 Worst Foods for Diabetes. 1. Candy. Not only do high-sugar foods like candy, cookies, syrup, and soda lack nutritional value, but these low-quality carbohydrates also cause a dramatic spike in blood sugar levels and can contribute to weight gain, both of which can worsen diabetes complications. Learn to satisfy your sweet tooth by snacking on high-quality carbohydrates such as fresh fruit. Apples, berries, pears, grapes, and oranges all have sweet, juicy flavors and are packed with fiber to help slow the absorption of glucose, making them a much better choice for blood sugar control. When snacking on fruit, pair it with a protein food, such as a string cheese, non-fat yogurt, or handful of nuts, to further reduce the impact on your blood sugar. 2. Pretzels. Pretzels have a healthy image, but a glance at the ingredients list reveals that their wholesome reputation is grossly undeserved. Nearly every brand is made from the same basic ingredients: white flour, wheat flour that's been stripped of its nutrients and fiber, yeast, salt, and maybe some vegetable oil or corn syrup. It's obvious from its subpar ingredient list that this popular snack is pretty much devoid of nutrition. Pretzels are baked, not fried like potato chips, which saves you a few calories, but the white, refined carbs do a number on your blood sugar and do little to satisfy your appetite. Skip the carb fest and opt for a more balanced and filling snack that includes some protein to help steady your sugars. Great choices include a rice cake with reduced fat cheese, a handful of pistachio nuts in the shell, or a non-fat Greek yogurt. 3. Snack cakes and pastries. It's common knowledge that packaged snacks and baked goods are loaded with sugar, sodium, junky white flour and preservatives. Their dangerous combo of sugar and refined flour spikes blood sugar and promotes inflammation, which interferes with insulin's ability to function properly. If that isn't enough to turn you away from the vending machine, you should know that these highly processed sweet treats often contain trans fats. These toxic fats raise your cholesterol and risk of heart disease, and are by far the most dangerous of fat types. Check labels carefully, always choose packaged products that list 0 grams trans fat, and do not include any partially hydrogenated oils, a major source of trans fats, on the ingredients panel. By ditching these packaged desserts, you'll save calories and cash, and get a better handle on your blood sugar. 4. Bacon. In addition to whole-fat dairy foods, fatty or marbled cuts of meat also carry a hefty amount of saturated fat, which initiates inflammation in the body and leads to various side effects. Since those with diabetes are already at an increased risk of heart disease, eating high-fat meats puts them at an even greater risk than the average person. Instead of feasting on fatty bacon, hamburgers, bologna, hot dogs, or spare ribs, fill your plate with lean protein choices like skinless chicken and turkey, fish and shellfish, or lean pork tenderloin. 5. Whole milk. For those with diabetes, a diet high in saturated fat can worsen insulin resistance. Keep whole milk out of the fridge, and pick up 1% low-fat, or skim, non-fat milk instead. Also, try your best to avoid other whole milk dairy products like cream, full-fat yogurt, a regular cheese and cream cheese. Instead, choose their reduced fat counterparts whenever possible. 6. White bread. Refined starches, white bread, white rice, white pasta, and anything made with white flour, act a lot like sugar once the body starts to digest them. Therefore, just like sugar, refined starches interfere with the glucose control and should be avoided by those with diabetes. Whole grains are a better choice because they're richer in fiber and generally cause a slower, steadier rise in blood sugar. Instead of white bread or a bagel for breakfast, opt for a toasted whole grain English muffin, topped with a slice of reduced fat cheese or scrambled egg for protein. At lunch and dinner, replace white carbs with healthier whole grain options such as brown or wild rice, barley, quinoa, and whole wheat bread to minimize the impact on your blood sugar. Even high-quality, whole grain starches elevate blood glucose to some degree, so it's still important to limit portions. Stick with 1/2 to 3/4 cup cooked grains, or just one slice of bread at meals. 7. French fries. Overdoing it on greasy, fried foods can lead to weight gain and wreak havoc on your blood sugar. French fries, potato chips, and donuts are particularly bad choices for diabetics because they're made with carb-heavy, starchy ingredients, which can cause blood glucose levels to shoot up. Fried foods soak up tons of oil, leading to lots of extra calories, and some, like fried chicken and mini-fried appetizers, are coated in breading, which increases the calorie count even more. Many fried foods are also laden with unhealthy trans fats because they've been deep-fried in hydrogenated oils, which will raise your bad cholesterol and increase your risk of heart disease. Whether you already have diabetes or are working to prevent it, no amount of trans fats can be safely incorporated into your diet, so it's best to check labels and keep hydrogenated oils far from your plate. 8. Pancakes and syrup. A plate of pancakes with syrup is a total carb explosion and one of the absolute worst breakfast choices for someone with diabetes. Most pancakes are jumbo-sized and made with junky white flour, so downing a stack of 3 large flapjacks can be the equivalent of eating 7 slices of white bread. Of course, the toppings make matters worse. Butter is loaded with artery-clogging saturated fat, and a typical half-cup pour of gooey pancake syrup adds 16 teaspoons of straight sugar to your breakfast. This starch and sugar overload will send your blood sugars into a tailspin, not to mention, help you pack on the pounds. Next time you're at a diner, bypass the pancakes and instead order a low-carb, protein-rich egg white omelet stuffed with vegetables. 9. Raisins. Eating raisins or other dried fruits may be a better option than snacking on cookies, but it'll still spike your blood sugar. Why? During the dehydration process, fruit's natural sugars become very concentrated, causing an unhealthy elevation in blood sugar when they are rapidly absorbed by the body. Just one more reason to stick with whole, fresh fruit options like grapefruit, cantaloupe, strawberries, and peaches. Fruit juice. 10. While whole fruits are a healthy, fiber-rich, carbohydrate option for diabetics, the same can't be said for fruit juice. They may offer more nutritional benefit than soda and other sugary drinks. But fruit juices, even 100% fruit juices, are chock full of fruit sugar, and therefore cause a sharp spike in blood sugar. Skipping the glass of juice and opting for the fiber-packed whole fruit counterpart will help you maintain healthy blood sugar levels and fill you up on fewer calories, aiding in weight loss. For a refreshing and healthy drink alternative, choose 0-calorie plain or naturally flavored seltzer and jazz it up with a wedge of lemon or lime.